Hey everybody, it's Donna Isaacson here with FlashBiz Marketing Consulting, and I just recently had an opportunity to present a workshop to farmers market vendors. There were some who couldn't participate and they said, oh, I wish I could have been there. So you know what? I'm going to do a video. And this is not just for farmers market vendors. It's for anybody who has a showcase table. Like if you go to the home show, for instance, and you have something to show. The trick is to maximize your presence there. You don't just have a table and set your wares out or brochures for your services or whatever. You have to engage your customers. So this is the first of 3 videos on how to maximize your show table presence. Now, I started FlashBiz Marketing a while ago because I love to troubleshoot marketing and how people think. I started out doing marketing for people, the social media posting, the email blasts, and the website design, and all that, the print marketing, everything. But I realized when I sat down with business owners that it wasn't the specific marketing that they really needed. It was systematizing their marketing strategy. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now, and that's why I'm doing this video. I want to help you systematize your marketing strategy when you have an opportunity to have a show table somewhere. So number 1, when you have a show table, you set it up and make sure that you don't sit. Make sure you stand and you move around. You need to engage your clients, your potential clients, your customers, anyone coming to your table. When you set up your table, the first thing you need to do is minimize. Do not overwhelm people with all of your wares. As beautiful and as helpful as they might be, take 1 or 2 things from each category. If you make candles, for instance, take 1 or 2 of your most beautiful candles and present them in a beautiful framework. Another couple of candles over here. If you make soaps, put out 1 or 2. Frame your wares in different levels and in different colors so that it's eye-catching. Don't overwhelm your customers. If you have a service and say you build fences, you can have a demonstration of different boards, different materials you use, but again, don't overwhelm them, and certainly do not overwhelm them with text. People don't read anymore. They want to look at pictures. The other thing is, when they come up to your table, engage them right away. Now, this may take a few times of doing this, but ask them questions like, what is your biggest question about building fences? If you wanted a fence, what would you want to know? And in that way, you're asking them how you can solve their problem. And basically, that's what they're coming to you for. They are coming to you with a problem, and you have the solution. You're the hero of the story. You're not the protagonist. You're not the main character. The customer's the main character. You're the hero that solves the problem. So they're coming to you with a problem. They have a dog that they need to keep in a yard. You're going to help them solve that problem. Make it simple. So ask all day long when customers come to your table. Ask them, what type of jewelry do you like? What would you wear to this particular event? Engage them. Make them engage you. Make them look at you. Ask them questions and respond. Respond in a positive manner, of course, but respond in a way that will solve their problems. If they are very standoffish, compliment them. If they're picking up a piece of jewelry, have them try it on and let them know how it looks on them. find something to compliment them about. If you're raising organic produce, for instance, you will want to emphasize how organic products are healthy for that person. Oh yes, they taste wonderful. We already know that. You wouldn't be selling it if it didn't taste wonderful, but there's the added benefit of keeping yourself healthy by eating organic foods. Tell them how this particular vegetable will help them live better, how it will keep them healthy, how it will give them energy, and how easy it is to cook it. If you raise organic vegetables, definitely have a few recipes sitting out. If you have soaps or candles or jewelry or let's see, what else can I think of? There are so many things. Clothing. Tie those things to events, especially jewelry or clothing. Tie them to an event like an anniversary or Valentine's Day, or a summer like 4th of July event, or something that you can say, oh, you could probably wear this to this event. Make sure that you engage your customers. I've seen so many people just sit behind their tables and expect people to buy something from them simply because they're there. And that very rarely happens. If you take a poll of how many people bought things from you and when, you'd start to realize that it was the ones you engaged the most, bought the most. So that's number one. Solve their problems, engage the customer. This is your first step in marketing. Second point, when you are sitting there or standing behind your table and you're engaging them, have a drawing. So you collect their name, first and last name would be best, email address, phone number, and Facebook page. And I'll get into that in a little bit, but put it into a bowl, and before you do that, write on it what they looked at, what the product was that engaged them the most. Because when you do that, number 3 is follow up and follow through. You're going to have those names, addresses, phone numbers, Facebook pages, and of course you're going to like all of their, or you're going to friend all of them. But when you engage with them through email, through phone conversation, through Facebook, be personal. Hi, this is so-and-so. We met at this event at this date, and I saw that you were looking at this particular product. I have something very similar to that if you're interested. By the way, I have a sale coming up on such and such a day. I'd love to see you, get this, whatever it is that they were looking at. Make sure that you engage them personally. Otherwise, it's going to sound like a sales email. Like, oh, we have a sale going. And that's it. You want to make sure that you engage them personally. People buy from people they know and that they like and that they trust. And the first way to get them to trust you is to engage in them personally and help solve a problem. So of course they're going to like you after that. They're going to trust you. And if you continually share with them little snippets of your own life, then they're going to know you. So make sure that you collect their email addresses, their Facebook profiles, their phone numbers, names, and the thing that engaged them at your table, and contact them personally. Now, number 4, a big, huge thing to do at these events is get to know your neighbors, the people on to the right of you and the left of you. Bring somebody else along so that they can man the table or person the table while you're wandering, and engage those vendors as well, because they could become your power partners. For instance, I was at a farmer's market and I met a young man who made kombucha, which is a probiotic drink. It's so healthy for you. And it also tasted good. So of course I bought a whole bunch, but I make sauerkraut. Sauerkraut also has good, healthy probiotics for you. So I thought, you know what? Let's team up. Next time we have a farmer's market together, we'll put tables side by side, and we're not going to just promote our kombucha or our sauerkraut. We're going to promote health. It's not, you're not solving a problem by shoving food down someone's throat. You're going to promote the end result of being healthy. So there's an example of how you can leverage your market presence with someone else, and you'll get double the amount of people looking at your stuff. You're also going to want to do that on Facebook, but I will reserve that for another video. It's a way to more than double your advertising dollar. And even though you're not spending any dollars on this, except for paper that, you print out little slips, first name, last name, email address, Facebook profile, phone number, and then on the back you put what they liked. That's one expense. The other expense is being at the farmer's market or the show in the first place. Other than that, the expense of giving something away, make sure it's not something that is really ugly or horrible just because it hasn't sold. Make it valuable. People love value. And when you give something away of value, they'll come back. So make sure that it's something that somebody really would want. There are so many ways to maximize your show table presence. And I would love to promote more. I would love to give you so many more tips and tidbits. There are going to be 2 more videos after this on different ways to promote after the show. So stay tuned. Keep an eye out for the next video. But in the meantime, if you have any questions or you just like more information about how to present at a show, connect with me. Private message me on Facebook, email me, call me, whatever it takes. I would love to sit down with you and do a 1-hour business strategy session. It's complimentary, doesn't cost anything. We just sit down together over the phone, over Zoom or Skype, or sit down face-to-face over a cup of coffee. I would love to do that. I want to see you make the money that you need to make, that you want to make, also to have the time and the peace of mind that you're so looking forward to when you started your business. So give me a call. Let's work together. Let's do a strategy session and get you making money at these vendor events.